Hi, this is Perrin Cornell with Coldwell Banker, and it's, gosh, what is it? It's the middle of January. Actually, it's past the middle of January and a whole brand new year, 2023, and we haven't talked much about the market and what's going on lately. So I wanted to take a minute or two of your time and give you some information and see what happens. Okay, first of all, it's not as bad as a lot of people are saying. One of the things I'll point out is that last week, the 30-year FHA rate dropped to the lowest point since last September. And so as of last week, you could probably get an FHA loan for anywhere from about 5.65, 5.75 up to maybe 6.25, depending on your credit and debt to income. And to give you a little perspective on that, historically, over the last 15 years, the mortgage rates are always tied to the federal 10-year bond rate. And the typical spread over the last 10, 15, 20 years has been about 1.6%. Lately, it's been 2.6%. Now, there's a reason for that. You see, the banks have two worries. Number one, if the rates continue to climb, they don't want to get caught low, so they're pricing them a little high. And number two, if they do start to fall off, then they're going to experience payoff and refinancing of loans on their books that they've used to offset income needed for other operations. And so they're going to get stuck there too, because they're going to be taking in a lower. So they've added an artificial approximately 1% onto the interest rates, creating where we are today. Most people think that as the economy kind of stabilizes, and it looks to be not as bad as they think it was going to be, Fannie Mae is saying that they think that in the month of February we'll hit the mid to low fives, and the Mortgage Bankers of America, their guess is that it'll be in March that it hits that kind of a rate. But in any event, that's probably a good sign. The next thing is that the inventory is low, but not as low as it was, and is beginning to show signs of increasing. Face it, a lot of people don't want to list their house and sell and then have to buy again because of the interest rate. They've got an interest rate of 3%. They don't want to go into an interest rate of 6.5%. Well, they don't have to, first of all, but that's part of the reason that the inventory is staying where it is. Also, buyers are finding out that now they can get into the little more reasonably get into a house. They're finding out that because there's not as much competition as far as other buyers is concerned, the premium has gone out from last spring, and they have a chance to maybe negotiate a little bit, maybe get an inspection, maybe negotiate for a washer dryer, things of that nature in the property. So it's starting to come back to normal. And the last number I saw actually was just today, put out by Zillow, is they expect the market to grow a little less than 1% this next year, as opposed to like 10% last year or more. But at least it's starting to show signs of sputtering forward. Now, there's a couple things we want to talk about. So I have created some visual aids, some graphs of the market, and this is of a market segment that is where most of my business is done and where most of the people living in North Central Washington live. That is Wenetchee, East Wenatchee, Malaga, Rock Island, Sunny Slope, out into Cashmere, but that's about as far as I went. And I've taken these numbers and put them together to kind of give you a sense of what's actually been happening in the market. So if I can share my screen here just a little bit, I'll show you some of the things that we've been talking about. First of all, let's go up here and let's take a look at, all right. This is the average price per square foot of sales in this particular area. And if you notice back here in 2022, we were down around to about $240 a square foot. Well, then in the spring, we went all the way up to about an average of about $320 a square foot. Now we're talking about a living area of the house square footage. It doesn't count the garage, counts the lot. It counts the garage and it's in there, but it doesn't count the square footage of the garage. All right. So now we've come back down to a little between 240, about maybe 245, something like that. This time up here, keep in mind, this big area up here, that was when we were bidding prices up on homes. And that had a lot to do with that. Today, that's kind of gone out of the market, all right? So now let's look at the next one we've got. Let's go down here and try this one. Okay, this is the average sales price, kind of relates to the square footage. But if you'll notice, the average sales price is right around 500,000. It hasn't come down much. And actually, it's gone up just a little bit. If I could blow this up a little bit more, you would see that it's started to flatten just a little. But so the average sales price, but now that's the average. There's 180 houses out there, okay? And so that's the average of all of them. And one of the anomalies of this market is that we've been selling a lot of higher priced homes, 700 to 2 million, and that kind of pulls the bottom up, okay? So now, let's see this one. Let's try this one. Okay, the number of homes for sale. If you go back to January of last year, we were down, actually, yeah, that's about right. It's about 75 homes were on the total market, okay, for sale. Now we're right around 120. Now we were higher, you know, we were up here around 170, 175. So we've dropped about 50 homes, but the number of homes for sale has increased dramatically from here, which takes some of the pressure off, some of that premium out of the market. And you can start to address it kind of more normally, for lack of a better word. And then average days on the market. Keep in mind that historically, once a homes, if the market is 6 months or more, that'd be 300 or 3 times 6, 180 days or more, all right? That's called a buyer's market. If it's under 180 days, it's called a seller's market. Well, even as bad as it has gotten, which isn't very bad, by the way, we're right back about where we were in January of 21. We're at, roughly 43 days, 45 days, something like that. Nowhere near being a dramatic kill to the seller's market. And but yet far enough along that it gives buyers a chance to maybe take a little more time getting their offer together, and it gives buyers a little more time to be able to perhaps negotiate a little bit harder. Finally, this last chart, this is the average days on the market. And I guess I must have printed that one twice. Well, I didn't realize I did that. So anyway, so that's kind of where those things are. And I hope that helps a little bit understand where we are with our market and kind of what's going on. Now we're going to take a look at a house that we've got on the market. And then after that, we'll say goodbye and send you on your way. And if you ever need anything, more information, if you need background, if you want to talk about things, give us a call. Perrin Cornell, Coldwell Banker, 509-669-0354. And myself or Kristen, and also Chris Cruz now has also joined us. So we've got a good team put together, and I'm really proud of them. And we're looking for a good year this year. Happy New Year, belatedly, and soon to be Happy Easter. So I'll see you this spring. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's go on inside, look around, and see if this might be something you might want for your next home. Come on in. Notice the large entryway going into the living room and eating area, and the huge windows that you can see all the way through the house and out, and take a look at the view from the other side of the house. In fact, we're going to walk over here so we can catch a little bit of the view. There you can see some of it there. And if we go over here, there you go, some more. Fireplace, more big view windows, and then look at the kitchen layout. Large island in the center, great overhead lights, good lighting in the kitchen. If we go down here on the north side of the house, here's the master bedroom, also having a large window looking out at the view outside, and a large bedroom leading into the large bath, the primary, and the tub with surround and the tile surrounds. And if we open here, here is a large walk-in closet. Let's go back out and take a look at the other bedrooms. This is a small bedroom. It's more of a, it could be an office or bedroom, either or. You move out into the hallway, and here we come to the guest bath with full tub and surround. And then we have a large utility room. I'll get the light on in here. There we go. You can see the utility room. And then we go into the second large bedroom, also with big windows and views and closets. That's it. This house is available for